And these are the approved articles, which you can't edit, of course, but if you go into pending articles or draft articles. So draft means that we can't see them, but you can edit them. Pending means that we can see them, but you can still edit them. But once they're approved, you can't see them. And there are always a few rejected, archived and trashed articles as well. So first up, we're going to just look at the pending. So it's a good idea just to check your drafts. You can see that there are quite a few drafts sitting here, and some of them go back quite some time. If you don't need them, just leave them there, or you can let me know and I can delete them for you. But if you look at your pending, these are the articles that are waiting to be approved. Okay, so we can see here this headline. Let's start at the headline. So the headline needs to have a verb in it. And a verb is a doing word, we all know that. And that means that because news is about something happening, so you need to describe that something has happened. So this is just really describing the report. So as an example, we might say something like growing popularity and emerging trends explored in new report. In new research or market. Oh no, we've already used the word market. Research report. Now, this way, you'll notice I also got rid of I'll get rid of that pipe symbol because that's not important. And also that name, which is a brand name or a company name, is not important to the headline. So we're going to put that down. We're going to remove that for the minute, and we'll come back to that in a second. Okay, so what we've got is, I'll read the headline: Automotive HVAC market, growing popularity and emerging trends explored in new research report. Now, we've added a couple of good keywords. Research report. Explored is not important, but it does make it a full sentence. So not important for search, but important for logic. And I believe and I know that Google follows logic. Now, you don't need to fill in your author, assuming that if you look at your member profile, that your first name and last name, that will automatically appear as the author of the article. So that's just on your member profile, which is there. And I've just got it as a tab that's already open. You can change the publishing time. Most people will leave it as soon as possible. Okay, then category. The category is automotive because this is about an automotive piece of technology. And you can see there are obviously other subject you could have chosen there. An image has already been chosen. This is a custom image that relates specifically to this report. That is the best type of image to have. And if you have to upload an image, make sure you own it or it's at least good quality. Now, remember before I cut the company name from the back there. So we're going to add that company name back into the first paragraph. Now, I'm going to just add it at the end here, and that will, this report details information about leading players, including Calsonic Cancel. Okay, now that means we're including in the first paragraph, which is a great thing to do. But and we haven't lost that keyword, which that company will almost certainly look at this report and might be interested in finding out more about it. Also, you'll notice that we're using Grammarly. I'll come back to that in a second. Now, this is an ideal first paragraph. I should point that out because it speaks in general terms about what HVAC is, and it gives you a bit of an understanding and a bit of information about what the actual general topic is. It's not talking about the report, it's just talking about the topic, which is HVAC. Also, having the word HVAC at the very front of the first paragraph is a great way of confirming that this is what this report is to Google. Probably smarter would be to add the word automotive. Even though as a sentence that doesn't add a great deal of sense, it does make a lot of sense, because if your first word is what the article is about, or your first phrase is what the article is about, that gives Google a great clue as to why people should visit this article. Okay, so moving down, then it talks about the report. That's good. Okay, I'm reading along. Now, okay, so looking at the body now, you can see it starts talking about the report here. Now, it's fairly important that you always have the link to the report as high as possible. Now, it's really because people will respond to a link that's high. It's one of these things. They might not necessarily have to read everything, but they want to know. They want to get straight down to tin tacks and work out what the price is of the report. So I would always recommend using the link to report. Now, this is I see discount link. We'll come to that later. So down the bottom, there's the actual link to the report. Okay, and use that on the actual keywords: global automotive HVAC market. So link that up like this, and you can see it will ask. I'll have to put the HTTP in there, and that's all correct. I didn't spell that correctly. And I'll just confirm that link works. And yeah, so that will link directly to that page, which is great. Now, so yes, adding a link at the very top of the second paragraph means that people don't have to scroll down if they really want to find out more. They'll go straight to your site. Okay, now, looking more at this content here, you'll notice that I am using Grammarly. I mentioned that before. I use Grammarly because it spots errors, and sometimes they're very minor errors. For example, that's telling me that it should put a hyphen in there. Now, that's not important. That is just not important. And now, you'll notice it's picked up on some poor grammar. Now, there's one there. I'm fairly sure that Google will in fact rank articles according to how good their grammar is. So if an article has poor grammar, it will not rank it well. So following a list is what it's telling me. So following a list of players. Now that's not what you want. Following a list of players. So that's a good correction. Data will be confirmed by research in case of a privately held company. Up to is 2 words, so you can see it's picking out some good things. Research in the case of, it's changed that again. Currently, the research report can a specific country. I'm just going quickly now. The following regions. So, that's just a nice to have. Segment quotes may vary. I think that should be left as quote. Can the it should be the inclusion. I'll just correct that myself. The inclusion, and the inclusion, however, that's just a nice to have, to the client. Okay, so it's picking up a lot of errors in this text, which would again impact its readability and also its ability to be ranked in Google. Focusing on, we've done that. Focusing on, something's going on there. In optimal strategies, I think I can go with that. There's Johnson Controls again, etc. We can say that. Okay. Okay, I can set that. All right, so there are now, that'll be just a comma. Okay, and we'll see, we're not going to change that one. Okay, so now here is one of the not recommended calls to action. So this URL is fine, leave that there, but I would change that to ask for report access. Again, that's because you don't want to add things that are very salesy within your news, and that's about it. Now you can see there's the keywords. We've done the article body. These, for more information links, you can actually leave them blank, unless you just want to leave one link to the company, just to your company's website. So we will do that. I'll just add that, I'll copy that from there, and I'll add that to there. Now, the reason you don't need to copy them is because as part of our publishing, we will publish all the for more information links here anyway. This information is set by default, and the contact email, which is set to this, that is the email, and that's done by default. You can change that per article, but that is done because if we looked at, say, an article like this, that is the link there. So that's the information that will directly link to the reader's email account. Okay, now have I finished checking this article? Yes, I have. So the meta, that's a good meta description. You really just want to put some keywords in there. Even the first paragraph will work. And there you go. Automotive, HVAC, key players, automotive, HVAC industry, obviously the most important keyword. Final check of the article, and it is ready to post for approval. And I'll just leave it there. So you have to press post for approval for us to receive the article, to modify it. Please let me know if this has been helpful, and if you've got any further questions, let me know. Thank you.